Yeah. We already in the building. Y'all know what it is. We gonna keep it going. Hey, yo, Keon, man, bring your little monkey butt up in here, bro. I ain't seen no shorts yet that you created, brother. You keep saying you the man that know how to do all of this, but I ain't seen nothing yet. I didn't see nothing yet. I guess the people can't get in. I sent the link. In there. Let me drop the link one more time. Put it in there. Okay, let me pin the link. I pinned the link. Let's get this build in. All right, there we go. We in the building. I got two of y'all, so go ahead and go low. You can set this off, right?
Yeah, what you said earlier, I don't disagree with that as far as speaking through people, but I'm talking about just directly having a conversation with people that are knee deep in a belief. It's good for discourse as far as just exploring people's logical and rhetorical tactics as far as debating is concerned, but you're not finna get these people to change their belief because, again, they're not objective. If they were objective, they wouldn't believe in the nonsense.
Let me correct that last comment.
No. Hold on, Apostle. I want to let the brother finish that he started over there because he ain't speak long enough. So let me go back to Ashe, and then you could get it in, Apostle. You could go right out there. Ashe, go ahead, brother.
Ashe, appreciate that, brother. So yeah, they try to throw around all of these narratives and paint false narratives like they have the Ethiopic Bible, and they'll refer to some of their Jewish works that belong to their pantheon. But we're talking about actual complete work, you got to get out to those Latin guys with that Codex Sinaiticus. That's A. And I wanted to actually look for it, and if there's an answer out there, I want to see the true connection to Africa as far as this text. I don't want to hear nothing that was wrote in the Ge'ez script, because I understand how the Ge'ez language was even compiled, how that even came about. That's a combination of the Semitic language, which was brought by Arabic Semites to the landmass that we love to refer to as Ethiopia, and they combined that language, that Semitic language, with the existing Ethiopic language that was already spoken to create the Ge'ez script. So that would never be original. Anything that's written in that language would never be original. So I'm just wondering, like, this is my last point. I'm gonna end it here. Then you can go ahead and get it in how you want to get it in, Apostle. When we even tracking your language, right, Semitic, it's gonna take us all the way to Akkadian, but that wouldn't even be the oldest. Then we go have to step into Proto-Semitic, and that's gonna take us into like the Talmudic and the Sephidic, right? And when we just tracking that through the Syrian step, we see that it's gonna always take us north towards Anatolia, towards the Black Sea region, towards the Caspian Sea, all of that, which I would love to refer to as the devil's land, the white man's land, right?
There it is again.
But this is the same space and place that the Ark landed at. See, this is how indoctrinated they are. According to their text, and they love this and they run with it, God hated humanity and then reset it on the top of the Caucasus Mountain. And you got to think about it. Therefore, Ham, they think it's Africa. If it was Africa, theoretically, Ham would have been the last to set up his land, because that's all the way south. Abraham stopped off, and you got Shem and all of them stopped off by the Tigris, Euphrates. You got Japhet, he just shot out east towards what we consider Asia and all of that. But Ham, Africa, would have been the last landmass to been populated, which would make the whole doctrine ass backwards. I land there.
All right, Apostle, go ahead, brother.
Now, see, when I went to share my screen, I'm wind up with two screens.
Hey, I need y'all to turn on your cameras if you want to go. I already know Revelation. That's you, right?
Yeah, it's me, sir. It's me.
Okay, all right. So that way I can see y'all raise your hand.
Close one of my screens, because the first screen I couldn't get back to it. So
okay.
You got an echo too.
Close the first one, Apostle?
Yeah, the very first one. Close it.
One that where your face is up, right?
Yeah.
No, you got to close it. You got to just exit. Hit the three dots and just leave. Hit the three dots that's on your picture. You see it?
Sir, can I just do something real quick?
Hold on. Apostle,
Okay.
click the 3 dots that's on your picture, bro.
In the top right-hand corner.
Apostle, do you hear me? Do you hear me, Apostle?
I hear you. I'm right. I hear you.
All right, so what you got to do is click the 3 dots on the one you got to get rid of and exit out.
Okay. See, now I got you. I'm hitting the 3 dots. That's
And what
right.
it say? What it say?
Add to stage. Edit name headline.
Okay, just click on your picture and it'll say remove. Click on it. Click on the window.
Okay. Let me do this. I gotta find it because it's.
No, just click it. Click it. Click inside the box of your picture.
I understand. I gotta pull it up, man. It's down the bottom.
All right, go ahead, Revelation. Go ahead. Talk while Apostle learn how to do this, man.
Yeah, I got you. Man. I got you.
Yes, sir. The people in the chat, or some, sorry, of the people in the chat are so disrespectful, but we love you guys still. So to the person that says Revelation X goes to the Obia man when he gets sick, I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm not cuss you about your mother or nothing like that. Because sickness is a serious thing. Sickness is not of God, okay? So I would just like to simply say that you are wrong. I know of absolutely no Obia man or no Obia woman unless the person named Jesus Christ. You understand me? But when I feel like I want to get sick, what I will do and what I always do is we drink bush. We drink saffron, we drink moringa, we drink lemongrass, we drink vervine, we drink ginger, we drink garlic, and we don't get sick at all. Okay. So to all the people who I understand that I literally do not have a medicine cabinet. I don't take tablets, I don't take aspirin, nothing of these things. And I really just drink bush. You know, in our terms, we just drink the bush and we don't get sick, sir. So people, please, you could simply just do the research, drink
Yo,
the bush,
Revelation,
and you will not
you
even get
still
a flu. Yeah.
You talking about bush beer?
Revelations, are you done?
Oh, you got an echo, man.
Yeah, I know I got to go. Because the only thing I can do is exit one screen.
Why don't you just go out and come back in? Shut down everything and come back in. You'll be fresh.
Apostle, you got to get rid of one of your streams. There you go. There it is. You got it now. All right, you got it.
Have a contact to get back in.
No, there you go. You in already. You're in.
But I can't see nobody, man.
Hey, well, we see you. You right there on the screen.
All right.
Hey, Revelation, let me ask you a question, Revelation, because I
Yes,
want
sir.
God, man.
I want you to finish Revelation. But when did Jesus Christ come into the black community? When was this, brother?
Into the black community. I don't know,
When
sir.
I say when did Jesus come into the black our history? When was we introduced to Jesus Christ? Help him out,
What you
Apostle.
saying? Oh, okay, so you're probably what I'm talking about, the slave ships, huh?
No.
What's going on?
He fell off.
I can't hear nothing.
We can hear
All right.
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you. Though. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, let me go.
Yeah, go, Apostle.
As I say, I got the Codex Sinaiticus.
What the hell, Apostle? Yo,
What?
we talking first. I'm asking him about when did Jesus.
We're done.
No, I'm asking him when did Jesus come into our life as African American so-called black people, man.
Is it the slave ship you're trying to get at,
I
sir?
don't know. You tell me, brother, because you
I would have to
Jesus.
listen. I would have to research it. I love Christ because of the personal relationship I have with Christ. A lot of people probably don't have one, but that's why I love Christ.
So
Because
you
I
have
have a personal
a relationship with a mystery that you have never met, that you have never seen, that you only dealing with your belief, right? Yes.
If that's how you choose to perceive it, sa.neter, I don't have a problem with that.
Can you introduce him to me?
Do you have the faith, sa.neter?
Can you introduce Jesus to me, brother?
I can only do it if you possess the faith, sa.neter.
Nah, man, I want to see it in real time, brother. Apostle
When you
said
say in real time, how you mean in real time? What do you mean?
said he speaks to God all the time. I want to know, how can I speak to him? And I don't want to be
Just
talking
speak
to
Sa.
into the air, into no imaginary shit. I want to be able to see him face to face, like some people in the Bible seeing him face to face.
When you speak to yourself, sa.neter, you don't consider that to be imaginary, right? Like if you're in a scenario and you ask yourself the question and you say, nah, sa, that's crazy. I'm not doing that. That's not imaginary to you. That's real to you, right?
I'm talking about God, brother. I'm talking about the God and the Jesus that y'all talking about. I know this dude.
Can you
man.
just ask sa.neter, listen, you know you should debate, right? You should debate, you know. You're full of semantics. You don't answer questions. You know how to beat around the bush. But sa.neter, I'm telling you the truth. When you if that is the voice of God, sa.neter. Let me just, you can say it's your voice, you can say you're talking to yourself. Okay, no problem. I'm telling you, that's the voice of God. When
Yeah,
you hear that voice say, hey,
y'all
don't
say
do
that
it,
because you
it's
can't
not
prove.
good.
You do that because you can't prove nothing. So you say, yeah, that's the voice of God when you hear yourself. And nah, come on, brother. That's not real. Let me go on over to Apostle, man. Apostle wanted to say something.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen, son.
Please don't share it too long.
I'm not. It's up there. Oh, it's okay.
Don't share
He
the
wants
foolishness
proof.
too long, brother.
He wants proof. Here's the source down at the bottom.
What are you proving first?
Who canonized the Bible? I'm talking about, where was the first Bible written? Where was, baby, close that door for me. Where was the first complete Bible? I showed the Codex Sinaiticus. It's not a complete Bible. It has 2 books. It has the complete New Testament, but it only has 4 or 5 books of the Old Testament in the text of the Codex Sinaiticus. But according to this here and this source about canonization, we'll find, man, it won't move. Let me see if I can go to it and move the screen on my own. Yeah, canon. The Roman Catholic argument for canon. The argument says that since there is no inspired table of contents for the Bible, then we are to trace into really upon the argument says that since there is no inspired table of contents for the Bible, don't line tradition. I don't want this line right here anyway. When I want to go down,
please come on. Nobody care about this.
I want to go down to this. I'm correcting the young man.
No, you're not.
The first of all, the Council of Carthage. Where's Carthage?
Carthage was an African space that was ran by Romans.
Boy. The first Bible, complete Bible, which is the Catholic Bible, was written in Africa. Period.
That makes it. Wait.
Now, I listened to your argument. Don't interrupt mine.
Yeah, just don't be too long then.
I'm almost done. I'm talking about complete Bible. 82 books, 83 books as a matter of fact. I don't even use it. But I'm being truthful as far as the first complete Bible. The second is like unto it. It was written in Geese. That's the Ethiopic Bible. It's the second complete Bible written 800 years before the King James Bible.
All right, now hold on, Apostle. You saying the first Bible
Hold on.
was the Catholic Bible?
The first complete Bible, 83 books, yes, was the Vulgate Bible.
So why you don't go by that Bible? If it's the first one, the original Bible?
I choose not to go by it.
Right. See that? Everybody pick and choose what they want. That's what I'm talking about.
You can use the Bible you want. I got 30.
There you go. That's why I know that there's no God.
That's
Because
right.
you choose and pick what God you want.
Not what God, what book.
What
Are
God.
y'all noticing the logic he utilized?
That's the difference.
Hold on. You can say book all you want, but the book you choose have a God in that goddamn book. And the God that you choose is the God of the King James Bible, brother. Why you making this so difficult? So if there was a Catholic book first, so you saying they got their own God? Everybody have their own God, Apostle. Everybody. And just like my brother Ngolo said, come on, man, y'all too old for this, Apostle. You getting too older and older and older, man, for this kiddie stuff that you're doing.
But sir, we can't even let him get away with what he just did in his response to my statement. I was speaking about the origination of Africa as far as the biblical text goes. Then he go turn around and tell me some Catholics brought their doctrine to Africa, and that gives an origination. Come on, bro. That's like, well, 1 second, hold on, man, because I let you say the silly stuff. Now you got to stand on your sword.
Yeah,
Stand on your sword.
Brother, y'all are interrupting me. First you, sir. I wasn't finished. And then him. Y'all are interrupting me. I didn't interrupt him. I let him spill until he was done. Wow.
All right. Go ahead, Apostle. Go ahead. Finish going, Apostle. Go ahead.
The only reason why I showed that was to show that you didn't know what the hell you was talking about. You didn't know what the first Bible was, and I showed it that you didn't know. But the second Bible is the Ethiopic Bible. You want to see that? Because I got that too. But the point is, God ain't the book. The book is the book.
Yeah, but God is in the book.
Most High is not a book.
Yeah, but he's in your book, and he's representing. That book is representing.
He's not bound to.
Yeah, but that book is representing your God. So
calm down, Apostle, before you get a heart attack.
Interrupting me
because you trying to separate God from your bullshit.
Right, that's what he's trying to
God
do.
is in that Bible. He's in there.
You can wait till I'm done, Si. Stop interrupting me. I would have been done.
Stop yelling.
Stop interrupting me. And I won't yell.
All right.
See, it's all this bullshit that Si's afraid of. That's why he keep interjecting. The point is, God ain't a book and can't be confounded to a book. God is a spirit, and he that worship him in spirit and in truth. In the letter of the law, as well in spirit of the law. So stop this bullshit. You can get any book you want. I got books in Hebrew. I got books in English. I got a book in Latin. This is in Greek. And
Strike two.
They say the same thing.
Strike two.
There he goes clown and shit again. He got a clown. The fact is, I asked the young man, where was the first book written? He didn't have an answer. Now he wants through.
What was your date?
Hey, stop. Can somebody else
speak? The first complete Bible, and it's not. He lied.
What's the date, Apostle?
The book that was written before this book.
What's the date? What's the date, Apostle? The brother asked you.
Which one?
Of the Carthage Bible.
398, 394.
394 what?
394 AD.
And you said that's old. Wait, and what's the date on the Codex Sinaiticus?
Codex Sinaiticus is not a complete book.
I'm asking you what's the date, bro?
The date is about to something, but it's not
So the
a complete book.
So the Codex Sinaiticus is older than the Carthage.
Damn, it's older, but it's not a complete. I asked you what was the oldest complete book. Did I not?
Yes, you did.
Know what the hell I asked you? This is not a complete book. It only has about 6 books from the Old Testament. It has the full New Testament, but then it has added 2 other books.
All right, we got to move on. We got to move on to the next.
The book of Barnabas, and then
all right, Apostle, we got to move on. Rakufu, let's go, brother.
So Sa asked earlier, when did black people first, come in contact with Christ or Jesus? And it says, Jesus physically lived in Africa as a baby. Africans sheltered him. Africans' oral tradition preserves the detail. African Christianity begins not with Europeans, but with Jesus himself on African soil. So I just wanted to bring that point up to show that Africans had, the story of Christ way before any European brought it to them.
What's the source on that?
The Bible itself is one of them. The Bible tells you itself that Jesus went to Egypt. The verse, I could give you the verse, but it tells you itself that he went to Egypt to hide for 30 years, Apostle? Help me out here.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't hide that long. He was a baby when they went, and he came back as a baby.
Okay.
Only Herod died, which was 2 BC.
Okay.
But
without the Greeks.
The Septuagint was written in 398 BC by Hebrews in order for the Greeks to be able to understand it, because the Greeks couldn't understand it. So the Septuagint was written by 70 Hebrews in Greek.
Without the,
and that was in 398 BC.
Without the Greeks putting their hands on the text, inserting that word Egypt, if we were just taking the Semitic text for what it is, it would just say Mizraim. How would I then have a landmass designation for to even say that this is Africa?
The original land of Egypt and Kemet was called Mizraim.
Exactly.
Any source on that outside of the biblical narrative?
Oh, outside, I don't know.
But that's according to the narrative.
All right, let me move out the way. Let me go on over to Angolo. You want to say something?
No, somebody else that came in as new can speak.
All right, Red Son. Hold on. Go ahead, Red Son.
Oh, wait, I'm saying
Go ahead with your pseudo ass, Red Son. Let's go.
Nothing about me is pseudo, because Black Americans already had these religious things without Abrahamic religion. It has always existed since the dawn of man, and many of these elements reoccur from around the world, such as animal spirits, hero gods, monsters, and medicines. And from the Indigenous American perspective, when Europeans is talking about over here, they do not place the Bible stories in Asia, Europe, or Africa, because many of these stories are knockoffs of older stories from around the world, such as you have the 2 brothers, which is the Hobopai, and you have Chata and Chickasha. You got things like the Long Way story that's in the Iroquoians legends. You got Nanawaya Mound and the Corn Mother and the clay golems that come up out of the Nanawaya cave mound. You got other things like Quetzalcoatl. You got Kukulkan, Talak, and all these other deities that's over here. That's similar to these biblical stories. As a matter of fact, it's one for one note the same story within over here. And a lot of these Europeans say that the events of the Bible happened over here, and they mistaken Indigenous Americans as some of them as Hebrews, because they have practices similar to the Hebrew Israelites.
There were Hebrews.
So
everybody,
the brother Uriah Brandon put together a beautiful series that breaks down how Egypt is in America. Egypt is not really located in what we call today Kemet, because a lot of the older maps is Fugazi, because they place the pyramids on the opposite side of the map, or there's no pyramids at all. And if you look into these archaeological sites, a lot of these things are fabricated by Eurocentrics. Even the Greco-Roman stuff is fabricated. How you go from anatomically correct statues and sculptures to reversing that into crayon drawings, like when you get to the medieval time period. So it's real funny style when we look at this Western education, when they're out here fabricating things, when you have real things that exist over here.
All right, let me go to my man, Dr. David. Dr. David, you got the floor, bro.
Yeah, 3 questions.
Hey, Apostle, hold it down right quick, Apostle.
I got you. Go ahead.
Elder Apostle, the question that you asked the brother was what was the oldest complete text of the Bible, right?
Right.
That's why he said Codex Sinaiticus, because he was talking about the oldest form of the Bible. Would you agree with that?
No, that's not even the oldest, the first written. I'll show you the first written text.
When you go online and you look at the research, it says Codex Sinaiticus is the oldest full text of the Bible. So this is why he said that.
Well, the problem is with that statement, it's a flaw.
In research.
Because the Codex is not a full text.
Okay, I agree, but it is.
But you are saying that is saying it is the first full complete text.
Okay. But I'm just trying to get to my point. My point is
you understand what full complete means.
This is my point. The second point to relate to this is, what was the oldest version you said? It was the what Bible?
The oldest complete Bible, other than, the oldest complete Bible, because the Septuagint was only an Old Testament reference, not a New Testament reference. Mm-hmm. So the oldest is the Vulgate. It was written in 394 AD.
Good. That's where I wanted you to go. What's the full name of the Vulgate?
I don't know. I just call it the Vulgate. It's not. I'm not Catholic.
It's the Latin Vulgate.
Okay. It was
Latin Vulgate.
Right. It was written in Latin.
Right. Correct. So again, why are we going to something that was Latinized, aka Romanized, for things that don't have anything to do with who we are and who our culture directly came from?
Because we still have older text than that, like I said.
Now, there's my third question. And I'm going to ask one more, then I'm done. What makes it the complete text, according to... Pardon me?
We have the Dead Sea Scrolls that was written before the Codex Sinaiticus.
Yes, but who
were found?
Mm-hmm.
Were found.
Those are fragments.
That wasn't part of what made it the complete text. There were people, as you said, it was the canonized version, right?
The word canonized, and the Vulgate wasn't the first canonized. It's just saying that, yes, it was canonized. The Hebrews, the Jews, canonized the not the Brit Hadashah, but the
is it Leningrad Apostle? Leningrad?
Not the Leningrad is the Brit Hadashah. Not the Septuagint. The
but the canon, but to make it, as you said, because he said Codex Sinaiticus, and then you said no, it's not the Codex Sinaiticus. You said it was actually the Vulgate Bible. What makes that the complete text is the fact that somebody said, now we've completed it. It's now been canonized, correct?
Thank you.
No, it is what they call the complete text because it has not just the 66 books, but it also had the books of the Apocrypha. The same
Yes.
way, the same
But-
way,
Mhm.
the same way, the 1500 Gideon Bible, which would be the first Bible used in America, the first Bible that was used in the Americas is the Gideon Bible, and it has 83 books. The Dead Sea Scrolls has 88 books.
You're filibustering. I'm not trying to be rude, but you're filibustering. My point
The
is
Ethiopian Bible has 88 books, but go ahead.
my point is, Elder, is that again, we are at the behest of these Romans who are telling you what is acceptable and what is acceptable text. 1 minute they're saying include these books, another minute they're saying no, you can add these books, and we're all saying that this is official and this isn't official. So again, it shows you the impact of white supremacy, colonialism, so on and so on, because they are the ones controlling what you base your spirituality on.
You don't have to do that. All you got to do is do the research. I don't know about you, but I have a degree in theology, in teaching and in studying. So all you got to do is do your own diligence and do the research.
I've done the research. I've done the research. And that's why I had to, that's why the reality had to, that's why I started to wake up. I want to ask Red Sun last question, Apostle. This is my last question.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm going to answer, and then you can move on if you choose to. Okay? So you're not going to stop me from answering that question. The bottom line is the Codex Sinaiticus, or the other codex, shit, I can't even think of that name of that one. It's about 3 codexes, and they all, none of them are in a complete form, less than a complete form. Like I say, the Codex Sinaiticus got 6 books from the Old Testament with a complete New Testament. The Brit Hadashah is a complete New Testament, and the Pishner, that's the book I wanted. The Pishner is a complete Hebrew Bible, Old and New Testament. That's older than the Sinaiticus. So go ahead.
All right. Red Sun, quick question to you. Have you done your DNA test?
Yes, I have. I did 2 of them, 23andMe and Ancestry.
I did both.
Okay. And did it say that you had African ancestry?
No, it did not lead me to no West Central African slave relatives.
So you're telling me that your DNA test said you had no African ancestry?
So here's the problem with that. It says a percentage, but that's not ancestry per se. That's just saying ancestral markers going back to the BCE. So
that's
when
called ancestry. That's ancestry.
That's not your direct ancestors. It stops at a certain point when you're talking about commercial DNA. So I know you don't understand it. So let me break it down for you. For one, you have a thing called autosomal, and the other 2 tests are matriclan and patriclan, which is only talking about one line of your ancestors going all the way back to the BC. That's for thousands of years without going through a mutation. So that right there, when you're talking about matriclan and patriclan, that is irrelevant when you're talking about who your ancestors are currently that makes up your unique strand of DNA. When you're talking about autosomal tests, it's going to tell you your recent relatives from the past post-bellum period. It's not going to take you to the slave period of where your ancestors were at the time. They're going to give you people that are admixed in the post-bellum period. So all of my ancestors would cluster within the United States southeastern woodlands. That's where my current ancestors would be. And you're skipping over great-grandparents that would be 256 of them that are not actually Black. And you wouldn't even know what West Central African ethnic group that the Black ancestors were, because they were mixed out with Indigenous American groups and European Great.
All right. So let me ask you a question, and I'm not going to take too long with this. If I did my ancestry and my close relatives, aka my cousins, first cousins, second cousins, were matched with me, does that prove or disprove what you just said?
So it depends on what cousins you're talking about, because it's not going to be a West Central African immigrant.
I said first and second cousins.
The first and second cousins would be wherever you're from, which is, are you from?
Would they be matched with
West
me?
Africa?
Would they be matched with me using the DNA test?
Are your recent relatives from Africa?
Please answer the question. Would they be matched with me using the DNA test? Would my first or second cousin be matched with me?
Your first, I don't know where you're from, first of all. And I don't
You don't
know
need to know where I'm from. I'm just asking, would my first or second cousin be matched with me?
Are you a Caribbean?
Yes, I'm from the Caribbean.
So your first and second generation ancestors would be from the Caribbean. They would not be direct.
That's not the point I'm asking you. Would the DNA test show me who I'm related to? If I was related to other people?
They're in the post-bellum period.
Is it a yes or no?
I just said it. Yeah, they're in the post-bellum period.
Okay, so that means the DNA test, because when I took my DNA test, as you know, when you took your DNA test, you get relatives who appear on the DNA test who didn't know you took the DNA test, and they contact you and say, oh, you took the DNA test, so on and so on. You get your relatives, your parents, first cousin, second cousin, third cousins. Is that not true?
Yes, you do get your cousins and your uncles and your aunts that took the test in their database. Other relatives you will not get because they haven't taken the DNA test. It depends.
That's right. So that means the
DNA.
That means that the DNA science is accurate, isn't it? To show our DNA relations.
Within the post-bellum range, yeah, but it's
no. It's not within the post-bellum range. Is it accurate? Yes or no?
Post-bellum, dude.
Okay. All right. You're being disingenuous.
That's not.
You're being disingenuous because, as I just showed you, the DNA test cannot. Hold on a minute. Let me speak, please.
One mic, man. One mic, and let's wrap it up. Go ahead, man, and let's wrap it up.
Sure. The issue is that, I mean, because I have some Native American ancestry as well. The issue is you're going to deny your African ancestry, which is clear, when actually your DNA has showed you that you have African ancestry much more than you have Native American First Nation ancestry. And that's a shame.
All right, so can I respond to that dumb shit that you just said? Because for one, that's emotion.
No profanity.
That's emotions. That's not actual science. What the actual science is, it cannot lead you to an African ancestor. It's only going to tell you what you recently are. And when it comes to the transatlantic slave trade, only a tiny percentage went to the United States. And wherever you're from, which is the Caribbean, that's where the bulk of the transatlantic slave trade went. So when it's talking about Black Americans' genetics, we're not going to be able to find a direct West Central African ancestor because they would have been lost through recombination. Do you know what recombination is?
I want you to know, Red. No, hold on, Red Son. I want you to know that you're talking to someone who has a PhD in environmental science.
But that ain't
what you're talking about is absolute nonsense.
How, if you haven't even studied genomic science?
How would you know what I've studied?
That ain't got nothing to do with genomic science at all.
How would you know what I've studied?
I'm referencing your own DNA marketing scholar, Rick Kittles. I'm referencing Chakrabarty. I'm referencing Henry Louis Gates and all those people, and Kim Tallbear, a Native American geneticist.
I'm gonna get off. What you're doing is just regurgitating the same talking points.
Anything.
You're just regurgitating the same pseudo talking points about DNA that we continuously hear from the Abbots.
That's the own DNA company's own commercial test fine print. So you already cooked yourself.
Okay, come on now. I don't want to mute you. Let's move on. I want to show this just to show it. This is older than the Sinaiticus. Okay, you see the date? This is the Marcion Bible.
It's not
older. A black man. Look him up. He's a black man. The Marcion Bible, and was written in 144 AD. So next
And
man,
when was the Sinaiticus written again, Apostle?
in 2 something.
In two is before 144, correct?
No, 144. No, AD.
Which way is
You
AD?
down, AD. You counting down to 1.
No, you're not.
Yes, you are. You going from 1600, counting down to the first
No.
century.
Oh my God.
What is wrong with you, man? BC.
Wait, bro. Do you do understand that we're in AD right now, right?
Right. AD. So
and that means that Apostle, slow down, big brother. So that means we going up, right?
Right. So 144 is before 2 something.
What? Hey, man, come on, somebody, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta help the elder out, man.
Help him out.
Y'all gotta help the elder out, man.
What happened in 80? When was Christ born? When did he die? When they
Apostle, bro, come on, bro.
They say Christ died between 34 and 37 AD.
Oh, no doubt.
Why? Because 34 is before 200 AD. Just like we in what? 2000?
You playing.
Counting up ever since.
Listen, Apostle.
Hey, hold on, Apostle.
Yeah.
I think the audience is agreeing with the young brother. They're up.
They're not.
Apostle,
no, they're not.
Apostle, you can be wrong sometime, my brother.
He's extremely wrong.
Hold on.
The Apostle is right. Apostle is right in this case.
Correctly.
Okay.
What?
Correct and right.
Ow.
AD 70 is before AD 200.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So AD 144 is before AD 200.
Yes, it is. But we were talking about 2.
You said this was older.
No, when we say 2,
not 2 BC, I said 200.
You never said 2. You didn't say 2.
I said 200s.
When was the Codex Sinaiticus written?
In the 200s. About 269. I don't know exact. That's why I said in the 200s, which is after this book. After.
I disagree.
This book, you disagree. You know why you disagree? Because you pseudo. You don't know math.
Now you got some people coming through saying Apostle is right.
That's
so there it is.
144 AD is before 258. Yes.
It wasn't.
Because you said 2. You said 2.
I said 200.
You didn't say 200. You
Man,
said 2.
He did say 200.
I said 200. You damn fool.
Come on, bro. I can rewind it right now. What did it say? You said 2.
When I said the 2 BC is when Herod died. In 2 BC.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on, Apostle.
Go catch it on the playback.
Christ was born in 5 BC. They took him out of the country in 4 BC because his life was threatened. And they took him into Egypt and they returned in 1 BC after Herod had died. Period. Go ahead, Ngola.
No, I'm
Hey,
not.
yo, Apostle, you need to take this over on the other channel, man. Take your crew over there, brother.
Why?
Because I want to get up out of here right now.
Just leave.
You got man. You got to go over to the HOK Coliseum, brother.
Oh man, y'all want to go to the HOK Coliseum, or y'all want to put y'all? Because Sai saying he got to go. So if y'all want to finish this conversation, I got to go over to the Coliseum.
All right. I want to continue cooking.
Let's go to HOK.
That's what I'm talking about. HOK Coliseum. I'm gonna set it up right now for you while y'all talking, Apostle.
Go ahead and set it up, Sai.
All right, I'm gonna set it up and then we'll drop the link so the people can all come over.
Right.
Bring Red Sun over there.
No,
So I can book him some more.
Red Sun, bring your pseudo.
I want Ace to come over there with some more pseudo math he got.
it's Ashe. It ain't.
Oh yeah, Ashe.
It's Ashe. And when I said two, I meant two as in the literal two. You said two. I got to play back for you too.
Not as far as the Codex. I know when the Codex was written.
Hey, Apostle, when you just brought up the Marcion, right? You do know that doesn't have, that's not the Old Testament. That's only the New.
Yeah, right. But I said,
so why were you showing it?
So what?
Because the Codex isn't complete.
Exactly, brother. He tried to flim you, brother. It's not the old. It's not the oldest Bible because it doesn't contain the Old
I know it's not because I got the information on the Codex Sinaiticus. That's not a complete. That's not a complete Bible in his words.
The Old Testament is only the New.
So that's not even a complete book, right? Like he said.
It's not even complete New Testament. It was written in the New Testament.
So what's your purpose of showing it?
We was talking about the Codex and when it was written. But the Codex is not.
But that's not a complete Bible. So that ain't shouldn't be in the conversation.
One are complete.
Mention at all. We're talking about complete Bibles.
It's older. That's all I'm
Sway
saying.
the narrative. Yeah, let's go to the Coliseum so you can get beat up some more because you being pseudo.
No.
Yeah, you being pseudo. Let's go to the Coliseum, brother.
You can't rewrite history. I brought this one up to show you another incomplete book, but older.
Abraham ain't even in there.
What constitutes a complete Bible?
Abraham ain't in the Codex.
What governing body constituted a complete Bible though? So like this,
when you're talking about all of the books, whether you're talking about the King James, it started with 87 books, but now it only has 66 books. For the King James, it's completed, even though it doesn't have the Apocrypha.
Mute yourself, Apostle, on the phone.
the Europeans canonized that. That's the essence of the crux of the matter. Y'all are getting y'all directed from Europeans.
I'm getting my directives from the book. And this was a brother. Marcion was a brother.
No, again, you missing the point.
All of them were brothers. Everybody in that time was black.
What?
No,
yeah,
that's not
now
factual.
that first century like that. Yeah, they were
not
most all black.
That's fallacious.
That's fallacious.
Except for like the people that was mixed with Esau's blood, like Herod and some of the disciples of that
You
time.
got it, brother. You got it. I'm not.
Y'all can't argue with me about this book. Now you can say you don't believe. That's one thing.
Well, wait a minute.
Isn't
Canaanite?
Because I know the book.
Hold on, wait a minute. Isn't Esau a Hamite or a Canaanite? He wouldn't be Japheth.
Esau, Shemite, Esau, Abraham's, Isaac's son.
But didn't he come from Canaan?
No, he came
They're
from
both
Jacob.
brothers. They're biological
All
brothers.
right. Hold on. Everybody that's here, the link is in the chat for y'all to come onto the platform on the HOK Coliseum. There's the link. First come, first be able to get in. You know it only takes a certain amount of people. All right, the link is in the chat for y'all to come in. All right, so I want to let y'all know that. And it's in there.
All right, for sure.
Now I'm gonna drop the link for the people that want to come in just to look for the subscribe for the people. Yeah. Hold on, family. Hold on.
I think I'm on that show.
All right. All right, for the people in the audience, here's the link for y'all. The people that's in the audience, there's the link, the Coliseum. Come on over. The link is in the chat for those of y'all who are just participating in the audience. The link is in the chat. Yeah, make sure everybody turn their camera on.